Hello, Fredlings. I'm Claude from Chicago. We are here for real people with real creativity in real time. Fredlings never give up, and I want you. And today we're back on the Bastion Earth server. And I promise you, not this week, but we will be back on the Super Flat World shortly to continue working on that in between this and in between the Super Flat World. So it'll be Super Flat, then this, vice versa. Just kind of depends how I'm feeling. We are still working on the Earth server. It is still around, but I kind of want to flip back and forth between those because it's been over a month since I played on the Super Flat World. Now, I've done some building off stream, as you clearly could tell by the title of this stream, but I'm going to explain some of the stuff that I have done, and that's what we're going to kind of go over, and I'm going to give you some of the plans. Most of the stuff that you have missed off stream was literally me mining for about, I don't know, I would say like 10 hours of mining that you guys missed, so congratulations. Fire Allen is in the chat. You did some mining off stream. I did quite a lot of mining. First thing I want to point out is this auto sorter. You see me build this auto sorter for the last 6 or 7 years on this channel, so it's literally the same thing as you always see. It's literally an auto sorter. I know some people are curious. I might want to pause. Here is just the sorting system of how it goes through, and it comes all the way around like this. It comes all the way around like this. Yes. What is it? How many get stuck in here, Alan? Alan probably knows. I think it's like 41 items get stuck in here. So yes, there are 41 diamonds sitting in this hopper that will never get used. So congratulations. And I believe another one sits in here, and then another one sits here. So technically 43 items get stuck in each one of them. Now, for example, the saplings, like the jungle, I had to pull some out of there. So there's like 30 something odd in there. It might be up to 40 now. But yeah, here's some of my stuff. Now, yeah, congratulations, auto sorter done. Why did I put it in this configuration? For anybody that's curious, you can configure this however you want. You could just go as long as you want to. My recommendation is, and I'm just going to make some bullshit up right now. I hate to swear, but I would love to say put it inside of a chunk. I definitely did not do that. But ideally, you would want it inside of a singular chunk or multiple, you want it to be in the loading. So 128 long is not going to work because even though you can go 128, sure, it's just going to stop loading once it gets so far over there, and it's just not going to sort through. So my recommendation is to keep it within, personally, 64 is probably more than enough. This is 32. It's 32, 32, 32. I got a lot more stuff to sort, and the stuff that doesn't get sorted gets put in this chest over here. And considering that my auto sorter is now super high, I've started just putting stuff in the top chest here that I know I'm need to sort, or I need to go throw in the top of there because it's pretty high. I got to make a system to bring the items up, but I'm probably going to put it on this side because I do want to go back one more row. Off stream the other day, I was using at about midnight the server reset, but I broke my literally right here. I broke my redstone box, which has all my redstone components in it. I broke it, and it literally vanished. Inside of my redstone box, I had blue wool, which I bought from Alan, and I'm going to buy more from Alan. I'm not really too worried that I lost the money on it. I'm just more upset that I lost all my redstone. I'm more upset about that than, per se, the wool. So I'm going to buy more from Alan. That's where I got all this white wool from Alan's shop. But I broke my redstone box. The server shut down literally like 2 seconds after. And I said, oh, it'll be there. I'm not worried because even if the server closed down, I know for a fact all the items would be on the ground. I just know how Minecraft works. Unfortunately, it wasn't there. I looked literally I was looking through Alan's shop, looking through all the wool things. I was looking through Kylie's things. I was looking everywhere for this box. Because maybe it went backdated like 5 minutes or 10 minutes because sometimes it does that. I was like, okay, if it got backdated, sure, if I had lost all my progress with what I did in 10 minutes, which was a lot, because I was on a groove. I was flying all over the place. But I lost it. Then I started getting more. I took all the rest of my redstone here, lost all that. So I just bought a bunch from Alan and Logan, and then I split up my redstone 50% in here, 50% over there. Lost all my components and it's all good. I'm not freaking out about that. Additionally, some off-stream stuff here is I made a big sugarcane farm over here. My other sugarcane farm is small. And I also went over to South America and broke some bamboo. And we have ourselves a bamboo farm here. But I'm going to catch up on some chats before we go any farther. 6-7, I prepared more light blue. Most of it's at Alexander Market. Well, thank you so much. I'm going to definitely be grabbing at least 5 stacks. Crip says in chat, says I won't. Hey, there you go, Cripsa. Enjoy. No worries. As for what I've been up to, I build not very functional creeper farm. And okay, well, we're gonna have to come over there and look at that creeper farm a little bit later. I'm just catching people up because it's been over 2 weeks and I've actually done quite a lot. And I know I should have been streaming some of this stuff, but for example, here, sugarcane farm. I mean, everyone's seen somebody build a sugarcane farm. You break the sugarcane, it comes down here. I grab it. The end. I decided to take back the glass thing because you guys know, specifically Cripsa, and by the time I load in the mod, this series would be probably about 4 years old for the glass panes, or find a resource pack because I don't even know which websites to download the resource packs anymore without getting a virus. I can't, so I just decided, hey, we're going to put melons and pumpkins all the way around on the sides and make it a little shop here. It looks better on the visual map, which I'll show later too. Additionally, we have moved the log shop. That was the most recent thing I've done, but we have moved the log shop. But before we go any farther, I know you see the big ominous thing over there. We're going to take a look at that. We have a job board. The job board's going to get a little bit longer. It's going to change. The job board just gives people that have not been to South Africa or haven't been here in a minute, this is the most up-to-date thing. I come here all the time, and I always will look and see what is on the things to buy and the things to sell. And all it has is the jobs at the top, or the shops at the top, and the jobs at the bottom. The wanted items is what I'm calling as jobs. One day there will be a job for you guys to do. For example, knock out all the roses and turn all this into dirt. Whatever the price will be, it'll be diamonds, of course. But we got a bookshop, rocket shop, a golden carrot shop, a log shop, and a honey shop, which is brand new. And then we want wanted items. Redstone, 3 stacks for a diamond or 18 copper. Gold bars, 2 stacks for 30, a stack for 2 diamonds and 32. We only need 1 more set of gold, so there's 1 more there, and these haven't been bought. Cobbled deep slate, 3 stacks for a diamond. We also have this shop, which I will show later, in Alberia, in Spain. So that's over there too. So I need that. And Blackstone. Oh my God! If anybody has Blackstone normal, Blackstone bricks, I really don't need cracked, but I'll take them. 3 stacks, 1 diamond, 18 copper. Of course, I don't have a ton of copper, and I'm not going to use the copper conversion, which we're going to take a look at. Today, we're not really doing a ton of doing things, okay? We're going over what you all missed. So, it's one or the other. Some people like copper. Most people like diamonds. So, that's there for people that need that. Here's the thing. If you die in the nether, you can grab the stuff and go in there. That probably will eventually get moved. Speaking of the bookshop, we got a nice little bookshop here. We were working on this for a second. Our great friend here on our new stream, Nathaniel, or Nate, he came up with a beautiful roof design, and it actually has mangrove trap doors on the outside. And I didn't add those in there because you guys know I'd be beefing with mangrove. So we didn't add that, but it looks absolutely beautiful. He just designed this, and I designed this last second to make it a little bit bigger. And this is our biggest shop, technically, in terms of square footage. I mean, that's technically bigger, but you know what I mean. If you guys want a certain book here, or if we're out of stock, literally just come into my shop, put it on the sign that I need more mending books, boom, we're good. There are free books, because sometimes when you trade with the villagers, if you put, like, for example, if you put your book up here, and then you put your emeralds next to it, and you hold shift and get as many mending books. If he locks out of the mending books, it literally defaults to something absolutely random on the guy's dude. So these are free books here. They're all Bane Arthur pads, and that's how we did it. I'm placing blocks because I'm in Minecraft. Yeah, I'm going to come over to that place. I do want to take a look at your functional creeper farm, because that would be really cool. But we'll go over this in here. We have Fortune 3. We got to get some more Fortune. We have 2 Fortune books left. I can get more of those. We have Silk Touch, 16 diamonds. Protection 4. We only got 4 of those left. Mending books. We even have more mending books over here. Most people don't. probably know about that, but we do have more mending books over here. Efficiency 5, which I feel like I spelled that wrong. I could be wrong. Efficiency 5. Speaking of, we need efficiency 5. I just realized this. I'm going to take this book out of here and just make sure that I'm spelling this correctly. This is kind of how I cheat the thing. EFFICI Okay, efficiency right. I think you did it right. Thank you. Yeah, I can't spell for my life. I'm dyslexic real. So yeah, unbreaking books in here, and then on the second floor, which we usually don't go up to the second floor, so we'll just come up here on stream because why not? We can. We have some other books here. I just thought some of these things are some things that people might want. Specifically, I'll explain that in a second. But Respiration, Aqua Infinity, Feather Falling, Normal Infinity for your bow, Depth Strider, Knockback 2, Sweeping Edge, Sharpness 5, Looting, and Fire Aspect. So if we ever run out of books, let me know. Hit me up on Discord. We will get more books. It's really not that hard to do. Our rocket shop, I think we built this. I think you guys seen this the other day. It's which books are 16 for a diamond. Or sorry, one book is 16 diamonds. A rocket shop, classic. Everyone has the same prices. A lot of people have rocket shops. It's just here if somebody needs it. You never know when you need rockets. It's a stack for 1 diamond or 18 copper. I'm accepting the copper conversion. Other people aren't accepting copper conversions. We have a golden carrot shop here. 32 for a diamond. 32 for a diamond. Boom. Or copper. We're accepting copper conversions. I think I'm officially accepting copper conversions for most of these things. Except for these. These I'm not. And this might be the only thing that we build. Now, we had our little bees down here. I moved my bees in here. I bred more bees yesterday. This was why I needed all that redstone, because I wanted to get this shit going. And I couldn't do it. And I had to wait literally another day. Me waiting is usually not works in the same sentence. But our bees, this is how this works. So let's take a quick nap. It should run. Sometimes there's a little bug in it. It's not as buggy as our iron farm. Our iron farm, we do have to reset quite a lot. So it's a little annoying. That's really annoying. Sometimes this needs to be reset. This is if you look up any honey farm, this is how this works. The bees come out, they do their thing, and then they somehow what's it called, the comparator in the back senses some sort of detection level, and the dispenser breaks things. I put mud here with mud with hoppers facing in this one. So if items sometimes do miss, they go into the mud, which the mud will pick up those items. If it was dirt, it wouldn't. If it's grass, it wouldn't. They recommend using certain leaves because the leaves have flowers on them, so the bees can use that. But it's very rare, but sometimes honeycombs do come off. And I've been running this for quite some time, and I honestly probably only got like maybe 24 honeycombs here that somehow don't go straight down into the hoppers underneath these, and they fall over here and they go down. But look at this, some shop. This might be some stuff we might do some building today. And then this is what the back of it looks like. We're going to encase all of this in honeycomb on the back. I wasn't going to do that because I kind of want people to see it, but we're going to encase it all in honeycomb regardless. Additionally, yesterday night, I actually worked on our log shop. I moved it from down there. I think most people did not know it existed down there, unless the OGs knew. But we have our log shop in here, and we sell jungle and birch. We sell dark oak. We sell cherry. We sell spruce. We sell pale oak and normal oak. We sell bamboo blocks. Bamboo blocks are on a half-off, limited-time Memorial Day deal. 64 for 1 diamond. Copper is not accepted on this limited-time deal, so this expires tomorrow. So this is sort of our little shop. I got to make another sign in here. If you guys need stuff, for example, you need birch, just go to the bottom and say, I need some. I'll fix with the text. You know, try to not ruin it all if possible. Also, I've extended this little thing around here, um, the little fence. So the fence goes all the way around. We'll take a look at that later. And then this shop down here is finally has been moved. So there's just, you know, some random stuff in here. I'll bring that sign over there. Let's grab this. So we just have, you know, we have some leaves in here too if somebody needed leaves. Those are just going to sit in there for probably the rest of eternity. I'm using that as sort of a wood shop outpost. Here's a little farm over here. We're keeping this for nostalgia reasons because I really don't want to take it down. Here's our original sign there where Kylie says it's 18 copper for a diamond. Now it's just like fundamental. This is just, you know, work stuff that I need real quick, and I don't want to go all the way back over there. I additionally extended the hotel here. The hotel, all rooms are free. Made a little cool little entrance. Changed all these blocks up. I don't know if I did this on stream. You can feel free to pause the stream and see what we got in here. Some of these things do need some blocks at the bottom. But we have our little trading hub in here for our guys. And if you ever did trade with these guys, which is not open to the public, but I know some people do stuff off stream. Not freaking. You can come down here and grab that XP. So, but that's our little hotel down here. Yeah, of course, Alan. Of course. If you need the logs, they're always there, open for you. And especially if you needed any, hit me up on Discord. And I will restock for you as soon as possible. If people are buying stuff, I will literally stop what I'm doing and go get you more as soon as possible. I'm going to put a sign here saying, if you need more logs, right here. So you can just do that and say, hey, I need more cherry. Because I'm not going to cut cherry trees down at this time because, you know, how much do people really need? What is the need? I'm trying to stock these up because these are a little bit longer to take to get. But, you know, jungle is not as hard. Birch isn't as hard. And the longer we go, the deals are going to change. Like, we're going to do more limited time deals. We're going to do more those sort of things. Because I just think it's a good idea. Give back to the community. Because we can always be profiteer, but we'll change some things up. And eventually, maybe, we will start making the books a little bit cheaper. All right. I'm gonna have to go grab some rockets from my shop. I'm sure I have rockets somewhere. But we're gonna go take a look, and we're gonna go over. Alan, we're coming over to you right now. Actually, we're gonna take a look at this last. Let's go see where Alan's at before Alan walks all the way over here and says, "Why did you not wait for me?" Preferring different currencies doesn't even matter, though, since the bank is open with the teller. Yeah, you say that, and then the problem is people will literally just say, I don't have any diamonds, I'm not going to buy this. I promise you, that has happened many times before. I've seen on other servers that I look at, and I go, brother, what is going on? All right, let's go take a look at Alan's oops, I'm going the wrong way. I'm back. Look at Alan's totally... Hey, I love my computer. It doesn't even lag. This is so awesome. What is my frame rate? For some reason, some of these settings I couldn't get up. Yeah, it doesn't lag for me. I'm perfectly fine. And I'm streaming. And I got a Discord open. I have 3 monitors running. I'm chilling. Yeah. Sometimes with this like new F3 screen, it just is, bruh. You should. Okay. So, yeah, we're gonna show that to the stream. Alan says, "I'm back, lag farm." Yeah, we got some sheep here. We got some sheep. Yeah, I know it doesn't. I know it doesn't matter technically, Kylie. But sometimes if you're just there and you're like, I just got copper or whatever, just take whatever. Oh, this is one of these things. Try it out just for fun. Instructions: check TNT. Okay. Throw Ender Pearl downward. And press a button. I don't think I've ever used one of these before, Alan. I don't think I've ever used one of these before. Look at how rich I am, by the way. Very rich. Flex. Just subtle flex. Subtle flex. It's not useful, but it is fun. Well, I'll have to come back here later and try it. Oh, I guess we're trying it now. Okay. Let's do it. Well, there's TNT in here, right? There's 2 number 2s on this list, by the way. Oh, no, that's a continuing. In the tall water. Okay. So we throw the pearl in. Oops. We throw the pearl in. Bruh. Bruh. All right. Let's do this again. So we throw... Oh, my God. Thank you, Alan. If it wasn't for Kylie's farm, which we're going to take a look at a little bit later, pearls are free. All right, thank you. All right, so we threw the pearl in. Okay, so I've never done this before. Before I forget, Alan, here you go. Let me give you some diamonds because TNT is not free. TNT is not free. I know that for a fact. Okay. So push the button. Oh, shit. Back up after you press. Oh, hold up. All right, there it goes. Where are we at? 600. It's 500. Negative 500. Okay, where do we land? We landed all the way in Italy. 600, 500. We went 400 and... About 400 and... change blocks. That's freaking lit. I knew, dude, that's lit. We're like literally Italy. This is Italy. For people that are curious, we literally just missed Italy. Dude, that's lit. That is so lit. Thank you, Alan. You know what? Can we take a look at your creeper farm? I don't have my bed on me. It's very expensive. Yeah, that's why I was like, I'm giving you some diamonds for that because... yeah. Do I have an extra bed in my energy? I make so many red beds and I leave them everywhere, but I never seem to ever have one on me when I need it. This is a nice little cute house here. Whoever made this. Creeper farm is Sri Lanka, south of India. I was always curious. This is water. Danny's little spot. This is water. I've never been here. This is spots I've never been before. I've seen it on the map. Oh my god, a fully netherrack building. I've been playing Minecraft since it came out. I've never seen anybody build an entire netherrack farm. Hey, a netherrack farm is a netherrack farm. Alright, so I'm assuming, just like everything, you just stand here and you wait for these creepers to come through. Let me put some moisturizer on my hand. Because my hand itches. It's really slow. Would you want me to take a look and see what your creeper farm is missing? I only charge 60 diamonds an hour. I'll look at it for free. If you want me to. I don't want to go in here and just like dung goof your thing. It's very expensive. A gunpowder. It's netherrack. You take a look inside. All right, let's take a look inside, shall we? So let's see what we're missing. So I think I can already tell what you're probably missing. Alan, before we go, is there any cats on this? Oh, there's a snowman. Okay, no. This works. Okay, this is lit. We need cats. No. Cats, you don't need cats. Cats would help, but this is the new I seen somebody build this the other day. Like this. So the only thing I think you're missing, Alan, is you're missing one piece of wool right here. Oh no, is that how it's supposed to look? There is supposed to be three. Okay. Okay. Alan, I don't know if you have any supply of wool. I think what are you I don't I think the only thing that you're missing is I think it just needs to be a couple more layers taller. You know what I'm saying? You could build this up like 4 or 5 layers, or 7 or 8, 10 layers. And then if you stand on top of it, they should spawn in, right? And then this guy's going to get them all triggered, and then they're going to jump over here, get it triggered, and then they're going to fall, and then you're just going to whack them. That would be it. Yeah, I think that's the only thing you're missing. I really think that's the only thing. For when I used to do the cat farms back in modern day, we used to put cats in the corners or whatever. The creepers would see the cats and then run away. But it would. This is, I think, easier. Yeah, all you got to do is just go up a couple more. I'll let you patch in that hole because I don't have any netherrack. Oh no, I do have netherrack. I'll give it back to you. Somehow I got the netherrack. I just dropped those 2 blocks for you. Okay. So that's what's going on with Alan. What is this, Alan? What is that purple thing? I don't want to say it's a cat because I don't want to say it is a cat. But I've seen you been building this out of dirt. I made the hole so no lost materials. Okay, sweet. It is a cat. Let's go take a look at Alan's cat, shall we? I believe I'm going the right way. I gotta zoom out a little bit. Yep. Oh, that would have been bad. It's me IRL, not clickbait. Oh, look at this beautiful kitty. Oh, look at this. This has been a work in progress. Alan literally built this. Did you build this all by hand, or did you use like a mod and then you came back and like plugged in the blocks where you needed? This is awesome. This was originally built out of dirt, and then Alan came through. I built it with no reference. This is real creative right here. No references. This is like true ingenuity. The first thing that I noticed was the dirt, and then I saw the glass roof up here. So when it rains, I'm assuming that's what it is. So when it rains, hey, that's what your cat's face has. It doesn't like ruin the thing. I'm guessing that's what that's for. The glass is to prevent lighting. Really? I didn't know that. Okay. Oh, prevent lightning, not lighting. Oh, that's a good idea. I think have that. Were you the one that gave me the lightning rod? I can't. I think it was you. It could have been somebody else. No, it wasn't me, huh? Somebody gave me a lightning rod, like literally, like when me and Kylie did that crazy converting the villager thing. This is looking good. I'm liking this. Before I forget, while I'm already here, let me just go to the trading hub and let me buy some wool. We're going to need a lot of wool. Now, I don't know if I need 10 stacks of the wool, which is technically 15 now. But I'm gonna buy 5 stacks anyways because I'm gonna put this in my ender chest, okay? Put it in my ender chest. I'm not putting it in my shulker box because if it crashes, I'm not trying to lose and buy it again. Alan literally hits after I make a sale. Alan hits slacks and says, "Shut the server down real quick." You are most welcome. Good idea. All right. Let's go over to Kylie's area because Kylie has been working on some stuff, which is the diamond conversion. Hey, yo, slacks. By the way, there's no beefing on that. For the record, I have more than enough diamonds to give away. I, I just was like, of course. I was like, literally after I got all my stuff. Also, I have been working on this Nether Highway, and if anybody wants to contribute bones or bone blocks, that would be ideal. I've been making this Nether Highway here and been converting them all into bones and bone blocks because I think I like this texture better. I like the entire white look in the Nether, in my opinion. I just always like that because it looks very clean. It's very consistent from all the red because you can see it far away too if you're outside of this. This is the only section that is complete. We are keeping the same vibe here with the torches on the right, but we replace those with glowstone. And then we have our XP farm in the end. I moved all these portals around. I started moving everybody's portals around except for Alan's. Alan's was the only one that was built at the right level. I moved all the portals around so they could be at the right height level. This is going to be the only pathway I think that is going to be sideways because I'm not messing up my hub here, which I'm going to show in a second. That goes to slacks, but we're going to turn it sideways. Because if I wanted slacks thing, it would be like right about here, and I'm not ruining this. I also built this like cool little dome here. Nothing crazy, nothing unique, but I really like how this turned out. Especially for this world that it's not going to last forever. I kind of wanted to build something cute, small, call it a day. Kylie's joined the stream. I just did the calculation. I figured out that it takes 95 gunpowder to activate my Ender Pro launcher once. See, that's what I'm saying. It's like I'm not going to not give you anything for that. Because I was like, yeah, that's going to take some time. I think both my XP farm and my... I took those signs off the bone blocks. I probably will put it back on the bone blocks and the gunpowder. But I moved these things around here. And I only put windows in spots that have a view of the outside. I did have to modify this view because it didn't, like, technically it went out farther. But I think it's a cool idea to kind of just be able to look outside. My opinion, of course. We could have also built this on the roof of the Nether. I feel like building it on the roof of the Nether is very useful in like a single player world where you're not really looking for details. But on a world like this where we have so many creative people, I think that is a great idea. Before we go any farther, I want to take a look at whose house is this. This is Kylie's house as well. This must be new. These are the blocks you could use for your bee farm. It's called a flowering azalea leaves. We'll put that back. That's my Corsica house. See? Napoleon's house right here. Look at this. What is this? What is this? I don't know what that is. Oh, there's a dog! Is there stuff in these chests? There is. There's shulkers. It's a conversation pit. Clearly, it's the dancing pole. That's what I was going to say, Alan. Looked like a dancing pole. It did look like a dancing pole, that's for sure. Yeah, I bought all the gunpowder from your XP farm after going AFK for hours. Just for TNT. No, it's a conversation pit. All right, I'm gonna fill up my drink real quick, my energy drink. I was very upset. I went all the way to my favorite Menards. Went all the way to my favorite Menards to get cheap energy drinks, and it wasn't today. It was like a couple, maybe last week. I realized that the energy drinks went up in price, and they literally put it on the sign saying that they were on sale. I would get these knockoff energy drinks, which are called Rip It Zero Sugar energy drinks. They got also sugar ones. They got a whole bunch of flavors. There's only 2 sugar-free ones there. There's a blueberry one, which is pretty decent. And then there's an orange one that just tastes like an orange, which is kind of crazy. And they said they were on sale for $1.25. You could normally get 16 ounces for $1. And this is like one of the only cheap energy drinks or pops that I've ever had that tasted good and was cheap. So now it's $1.25. Big sad. Big sad. I went to the store to get cheap energy drinks. They were expensive energy drinks. You know what's crazy? Energy drinks. My sister bought me one for my birthday at a store, and she said you can get whatever you want. I said, you want to pay this much for this energy drink? A Monster energy drink cost $4. $4 for one. You could get them from the store for like $3 whatever, but I know they got to mark it up. But damn, $4, like, oh my god. I should have never let her get that. I should have just said, but we were sitting down and eating, so thank you, sister, for the birthday energy drink. Those $4 and the pizza. She got me a nice, cool pizza from Blazing Pizza. Oh, by the way, I actually got some Lunchlies. I'm gonna do some Patreon videos soon, so you guys can have some Patreon content. Kylie's been working on a melon farm here, melon and pumpkin farm. All going good. Couple layers here, manually operated, more than enough. And then, of course, here is Liberia / Spain, or whatever you want to call it. It's just melons. And in here, there's the super smelter she's made. Going back and forth, you can super smelt stuff. She has the iron farm, the beacon, which I and her AFK'd for many hours that you guys missed. AFK'd for many hours getting a bunch of iron. To get this thing to run. There was a conjoined effort. And speaking of, the biggest thing that's happened on the server, where you guys remember Kylie made this beautiful bank here. She and Slacks made a villager here. And I've never punched this guy, and now I did. But there's the bank teller that is here 24 hours a day, and there is no maximum thing. And we have a simple trade here. 18 copper for 1 diamond, 1 diamond for 18 copper. So there should be no problems here of people getting diamonds or copper. That's why Kylie said, people can just use the copper conversion thing. Yes, they can. So, it's all here. It's a true tragedy. Going up 25 cents is a tragedy. I'm not gonna lie. Zorzak, who gave us the command. Well, thank you. Shout out to Zorzak. Wow, 100% sure I'm saying that wrong. Some other things here, I like to promote some other people's stuff. We have the Oceanic Empire Trading Hub. They're selling, here, pause, see all the conversions. They're selling all these items here. Yes, I did buy all those carrots. The leather here, how much do you want the leather? What are you selling leather for? What's the leather conversion? Is it 1 diamond for a leather? Is it 18 diamonds for 1 leather? I don't know. What are you looking for? Want to buy. I don't know what that is. Slacks will definitely be updating that very shortly after I call Slacks out for that. But you got a little shop here, the Oceanic Empire, which is, of course, Australia. We also have the big trading hub here, which is Alpine, Alan, and Kylie. Of course, Kylie's is here. I always take a look at the signs before I buy anything, because I know some places they're more expensive than others. For example, if I was doing this, well, this is not true, so I'm not going to say it. But I would say stuff would be more expensive here because this is the trading hub than per se your house. But you know, you got all your items here. You have the some food here. I believe I bought some food. I could be wrong. And then Alan's wool and stuff here. I usually just try to buy. My goal is on this series is to buy something from somebody as often as I can, because if you guys are making shops, somebody has to be buying some stuff. Okay, Kylie's storage is upstairs. So you can see she has quite a lot of chests up there, so no need to worry. Oh, Claude. Ooh, a gift. What is this gift? Oh, Soul Seed boots. Thank you. I want to. Oh man. Thank you, Kylie. I actually needed Soul Seed. I have that whole Nether Highway, and I've never used the Soul Speed. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm gonna keep this on me at all times. Now, I do want to talk about this down here. Kylie just allowed me to get another shop here. Yeah, no, you know, Alan, you know what I meant to say. My probably one on mending and unbreaking 3. Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a very good idea. This Kylie allowed me to get another tent here. I might beg her to get another tent after this, but for right now, these are the only tents I need, so I'm not trying to take anything out. But we have obviously our rocket shop here, and we have holy shoot. I just stocked this like last night, so we gotta get some more. We gotta get some more rockets here. Yeah, I bought a lot. Yeah, we gotta get more rockets. Holy crap. That is something we gotta do today. I also am selling some boxes here, and I might put these on sale. We got the Brokey box. And then we have the Never Need to Worry box here. This is more for people if you die and you need something real quickly. Yes, they are expensive. Now, I do have a CFC wanted item shop for top dollar. We're buying these things for top dollar. I know most people don't come down to South Africa. There's no point. I'm trying to make South Africa a very big point for people to come down there with all the amount of different shops that I do have. But some people just don't go down there. I understand that. But they will come here. So we have a wanted shop here. And I actually made a sale. Cobble Deep Slate, 3 stacks for 1 diamond. We have Blackstone, 3 stacks for a diamond. And then we have a box here. For example, this gets completely filled up, which it will eventually. If this does get fully filled up, you just take the leftover. If you don't want the diamonds and you take the 18 copper, you can put the diamond in here. So, yeah, put these in here for people to start buying stuff with. So, just trying to keep all my eggs together so people have an opportunity to, make some money. By the way, if the server crashed while I was holding that, I would be crying because I would lose everything. I should split that up, but I haven't. So that's pretty much all the big changes going on, except for my massive farm, which we're going to take a look at right now. So let's go take a look at that. Not a farm, but our massive mega build. You are not alone. All right, let's take a look and see how these Soul Speed boots work. Oh, look at this. It is you're definitely going pretty fast on this. Oh, look at this with the running. Well, thank you so much, Kylie, for these. Yeah, the whole goal is to have these all as Soul Speed at the bottom. That's actually a really cool idea. I love those. I'm going to keep these in this chest right here. I probably should put Protection 4 on those bad boys, too. I think I'm a big fan, and they should add it to your Elytra. They should allow you to put Protection 4 on it. There's also been some other people that have been playing on the server that I haven't seen on before, but there are some other people that were building in South Africa, or sorry, South America, have been working on some stuff over there, and in the Caribbean, and all that sort of cool stuff is kind of going on too. So maybe we'll look at the map a little bit later. I've been saying I was going to look at the map for some time. Okay, so the other thing that I've been working on, and I'm definitely not doing this on stream because I'm like having a massive heart attack while I'm doing this. But this is obviously our mega build of the series. It has been a absolute expensive, tedious task. And that's why I'm buying so much Blackstone that I need. I am honestly shocked how much resources this has been taking. And that's really been the big budget hole here in this. That's why I'm putting up all these things for Blackstone and Deep Slate, because I think we're going to start switching to Deep Slate because Blackstone is so expensive. I think the last thing that I'm going to use for Blackstone is this bottom thing down here. And this is what has been the big... This down here, this just alone, has probably taken 3 hours to do just this. Because it's not as easy as the top where you can just kind of come inside. This is different because you needed to come down on this slight angle here. And then there's stairs. These are stairs. These stairs need to come at a certain angle. So you have to go like this with the stairs. And you need to break the blocks. And then the blocks fall on the ground. So you want to naturally go pick them up. So you got to go pick them up. I don't have a ton of dirt. I do need more dirt. I'm going to sell dirt for some, I'm going to buy dirt for some astronomical price here. So yeah. Okay. So, and then we did an iron outline here. I wanted this entire thing to be done with iron. That is not happening because for short case, it's about, you know what, before we go any farther from this, before we talk about the iron, this is half the size of this because 1, I knew how hard this was going to be, but 2, I didn't want it to go all the way the same size because of the amount of resources it just took the top to do the bottom like this. It would just, it's going to take absolutely an eternity to finish this here. Honestly, it's going to take absolutely forever to do. I think the easiest way for me is to just outline this all in dirt, delete the dirt, then put the blocks in. I think that's just going to be the easiest for me because when I started freeballing it, which was cheaper to do, my brain was like on max overdrive trying to think about how the bling blong, everything needed to go. So this is 20. This is about 10. Once we get on the inside here, we're going to do the same thing, put iron all the way around, which is going to be hella expensive. Then iron through the middle. And then obviously it's after the District 9 movie, so we need a ton of iron. We're going to have to AFK that iron for a frick ton. To get a bunch of iron for other stuff, which is not even this. This is the cheapest part. We're going to need a ton of iron, or I'm going to find other blocks. Bone blocks are scarce, you know. We got to figure out other resources. Maybe copper. Copper's a good idea, too. But for people's understanding of how this is, how this big this is, it is... massive. It's definitely massive. But it is 64 blocks this way, 64 blocks that way, plus 1 block in the middle, which would make that 128 plus 1, which is 129. 129, 100, it's 129, 129. And the amount of Blackstone slabs here that we needed, which were obviously we used these all with pure brick. It takes 2 stacks to do 1/4 of this. There's 20 layers roughly I think it's 20. It's counted to 20, sure, but some spots are like 19. So a frick ton just to do a quarter and a quarter, a quarter, a quarter. And then the bottom down here, we're gonna have to do that with the stairs, which is so. I might honestly just get rid of the stairs and just do it with full blocks. Because if I did it with full blocks, it would be 10 times easier. But I do like how it looks significantly like this. The stairs make it seem way more curved than what blocks would. But based off of just time and me not having very much time, I might decide to... I really do like how this looks. And it's going to look really sick if I did it that way. But my brain capacity is probably not going to be able to handle that. So we're probably just going to switch to just blocks. But yeah, I need a couple weeks to think about that. But I might just switch to blocks on the bottom. And the bottom should be the same size as the top. But in the movie, the top isn't shown. It's a very smoother angle in the movie as well. That's a reason why I wanted to use the staircases down here to kind of match the smoothness. And I could use slabs down here too, but I'm trying to use less resources at the bottom. So that is sort of what's been going on over here. We've been having some lighting issues at the bottom because I honestly totally forgot about that mobs can spawn here. So we're kind of slowly lighting this all up just to keep mobs from spawning. And this is where we got our witch originally in the series. So she's the one that gave us the beautiful villagers. In a world with no villagers spawning. I can't just leave dirt blocks like that because I need dirt for this project. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's do a little bit of building. Let's do a little bit of detailing. Let's do a little bit of work, shall we? I've been slowly trying to claim all these chunks that I don't have. I don't usually look at the map with the chunks because all the chunks are purple, so I don't really know whose is whose. But regardless. Maybe I'll put up a dirt one here. I see Alan's at my shop here. Let me take a look. What do we need? We need Fortune 3 books. Looting. Fortune 3, looting. That's sort of some of the main books we need. And then here's my honey shop. Now, I didn't think honey would be very valuable until I built this. Because, remember, honey now, with our copper, which I'm going to be using on this, you can wax stuff. So, I kind of want to be able to wax some things. And so are other people, too, I'm sure. I'm sure there's people that are using copper. But we're just going to do some... we got to do some building on the stream, right? Do I make this go completely square up with that? I don't know. I genuinely do not know. We have copper buildings in the North America or something. You see? That's what I'm saying. I don't think I want to go square up with this because I kind of want to keep as much depth as I can to this. And that's a reason why I built this at this angle here. Which I didn't really show too much of the log shop too much. But I kind of built a log shop sort of like you're going into like a little, like underground sort of vibe. Like a canopy sort of thing. Thank you, Alan, for the purchases on the logs and stuff like this. I do appreciate it. Try to keep this money going up. We got to get more stuff. Just let me know which ones you need when you need them. Also, I learned that honey blocks do not connect to panes. Because this was supposed to be a honey, and then the honey blocks didn't connect to the panes. I also realized it was a big pain in the bling blong to get bottles. It's a work in progress, I would say. You probably got free potatoes somehow. I didn't give you any. Can you decraft a honey block? No. I was just curious if you could. All right, you see here, these honeys are stuck. I don't know why, but sometimes they get stuck. So the only way that I think you can fix this is by breaking the redstone all at the top and then replacing the redstone down. Oof! Yeah, that's a big oof. Also, this is like my little maintenance area here. I didn't realize how slowly these shears are going to go. Because I think the shear durability is so huge and how slowly this is. These might never break. And I originally just had them all as shears. As you see, all the leftovers. But, you know, we got bottles coming through too. And I have 4 of them set up as bottles, the rest as honeycombs. I don't know what the need is. But glass bottles are very expensive to make while doing this. So, yeah, it's a little bit annoying. Speaking of, when these bottles here, when these bottles, I'm trying to figure out the correct way of explaining this. Okay, so with this dispenser, it shoots the bottle down, and if there's nowhere else for the bottle to go, it will go straight down. But if there is an empty spot for the bottle, it will get re-sucked back up into the dispenser. So there is additional stuff that is getting stuck in here that shouldn't be, because we just don't have enough glass bottles. Now, I have been making a lot of glass bottles, but as you see, there's a ton of them. And the only reason why this gets filled up is because, for example, there was one bottle. If that one got shot out, it would get sucked back up and become a honey one because there was an empty slot for a fraction of a second. And then it would never get brought down. But that's why we have our little maintenance storage here. So we can just come through and resupply them. This one shouldn't have any issues. Specifically, this one shouldn't have any issues because I've been just stocking that with all my full bottles there, and then the rest of these are shears, so we won't have any problems at all. I've been trying to put beds everywhere, but as of course, now that I say that, I cannot find these said beds. I've been trying to put them there for everybody. I was preparing to build, and I did not expect that. Sheer durability is huge, not if you're me at my sheep farm. Yeah, no. Yeah, their durability is way bigger than I thought it would be. It's honestly a little crazy. So yeah, somebody's using honeycomb farms here. There'll be more than enough for what people need. And I don't think people will use as much honey bottles as possible. But I got 4 of them if needed. All right, so I want to kind of finish this up. I got to go to work tomorrow. Big sad. But, you know, getting that money. Honey bottles are cracked for early game, not going to lie. Yeah, you can eat honey. I didn't realize that until, like, yesterday when I started using it. Hopefully this is enough. That's definitely not enough. Yeah, I was going to leave it open. But it just doesn't look right if I leave it open. See, look at some of these. This was 6, remember? Now there's 9 in here. So some of them are not all going to the bottom. There are 12 there's 12 hives in here. I'm going to be short just by like 2, right? Yeah, we're going to be short just by 2. Oh my god, you don't even know how long it took me to make the original building. It took like forever. And then I expanded it because I was only going to leave like 5 in there. And then I was like, you know, I can't just leave 5 because this is taking freaking forever. Because this only really works. Oh, we just had just enough. Perfect. This only works once or twice a day. If you put it in the nether, it would go 10 times faster because there is no day-night cycle. But, you know, it doesn't look cool in the nether because my farms are all up at the top, so we can look at them. Do I not crack open another energy drink even though I should be going to bed in like 1 minute from now? Probably not. But I kind of want to, though. Crack it. Ah, Alan. Alan! I should. Alan! All my homies cracked their energy drinks. Oh, Alan! I shouldn't. I'm not trying to. I do want to, though. I wish I started streaming a little bit earlier. Oh, then I would have definitely. But I should be going to bed right now if I want to get 8 hours of sleep. Slowly but surely, this is going to get filled in with pumpkins. And then melons. It looks a lot cooler, by the way, now that we did this instead of the glass. I never really built it like this before, but it does look pretty friggin' sick, in my opinion. And then I just was like, you know, let's put some jack-o'-lanterns in there, switch up the thing. The jack-o'-lanterns are exactly where the pistons are, by the way. Obviously at different levels, but that's where the pistons are. The pumpkins, I'm not sure what I was going to do. My original plan for this was to make a big jack-o'-lantern on the side of this with jack-o'-lanterns. I was going to make, you know, the eyes and whatever, and that did not turn out good at all. It's not big enough. So I just decided to go with this route and call it a day. Just decided to call it a day like that. Maybe I'll buy some from Kylie, a bunch of melons, just to finish this up, too. I do have some more melons over there as well, so we'll figure that out as we go. Somebody built a train station here through this one, which I believe goes to South America. South America. I haven't used a train very often, so it's there for people that need it. Whoever built it, congratulations. So, yeah, that's going to probably be it for today's live stream. Thank you so much, Alan and Kylie, for coming down to the stream. It goes down to the Americas. But before we do go, I do actually want to restock up my gunpowder shop. So that Kylie can continue to buy stuff for me. As well as the other Bastionites. So we'll do a little bit of restocking on the rockets. Everyone have a good Memorial Day today. Thank you for the sacrifice to all our veterans as well. Thank a veteran if you haven't today, and if you don't get to do it today, then thank them tomorrow. Send them a text message, give them a phone call. Also, I'm not selling melons currently, unless you are a farmer villager. All right. What was I gonna say? Yeah, let's restock these gun or these things. I lost the shulker box too, which is annoying as hell because it was very nice having an extra shulker box so I could just like move shit around. And I can get more shulker boxes. And I do have a shell sitting in a chest somewhere. I do know where the chest is, by the way. I just haven't done it. See, like, I don't even need to move the shulker box. Like, I have enough inventory space. And then I just kind of throw this stuff up here. And it'll eventually get sorted around once I go up to the top and just throw it in there. What's going to throw me off for, like, the rest of the night, if I don't do this, I'm going to be thrown off. I got to restock my rocket shop here. Where did I take that single stack of rockets? Oh, thanks for whoever bought those rockets. I think that was Alan. Yeah. I try to go around and spread the love, especially now that people are making shops. I think it's a lot. The world always gets easier when people start making shops. What's the moves for this week? I'm probably not going to be able to stream. Maybe next Sunday I might be able to stream. I have a lot of things to cover. I got to cover 2 games tomorrow. Wednesday I got a game. Thursday I got 1 game. Friday I have a game. Saturday I have a game. And Sunday I have not a game, but I do have something to do. So, yeah. Short week. Gonna make some money. We got to get some more rockets here. I always underestimate how many rockets are needed. So, yeah. Well, before we go, Kylie, let's take a screenshot, shall we? Kylie, of course, hit herself. Why is this horse freaking the hell out? I'm trying to get the horse in there, too. All right. Hold on. 3 hearts of damage on that? Holy crap, that's a lot. Especially the fire tune. That's a big... That could be a lot. Oh, perfect. Alan's here as well. All right, let's take a screenshot, shall we? Let's try to get that horse in the background as well. See him freaking the hell out. That horse has probably been sitting here for like all of eternity. Taking a bunch of pitch. Oh. One of those has to work. All right, I took so many screenshots. One of those has to work, huh? Well, thank you so much, Alan. And Cripsa for coming out to the stream. Sun setting on this beautiful Memorial Day. Thank you so much for coming out and watching, Fredlings. We'll be back on another live stream here, probably next week, this Sunday. Yeah, got a lot of stuff grinding to do and got some things to do, but I'll be on the server doing some things, just giving you guys a progress report, and we're gonna go from there. So I love you guys so much. I will see you, Fredlings, on another live stream or video here to come. But thank you so much to our Patreon members for all of your support and our tip donators. I am Claude from Chicago, and remember, a real Fredling makes their own luck. Bye.